And the ride is a cloned roller coaster, which you can find at many of the Six Flags parks. And these are B&M inverts, and the original Batman the Ride clone at Six Flags Great America was actually the first inverted roller coaster ever built. So these are historical rides. However, it's been a long time since the first one got installed, almost 30 years, and many more inverted roller coasters have been built by B&M as well as other manufacturers such as Vekoma. So, how do these Batman clones stand up compared to the more modern roller coasters of today? Let's get into it. So, you start off going through an obnoxiously long queue line. All of these have very, very long queues that never really get close to filling. Go up to the station and pick your seat. With Batman clones, I recommend riding in the front row. They're very forceful up there. Well, they're really forceful anywhere in the train, but you get that wind in your face sensation. So these are front seat rides, and you pull your over the shoulder restraints down and dispatch. So you start climbing the lift hill, pretty small lift hill. These aren't big, but they still pack a punch. You go down your little pre-drop and swoop to the left on most of these. Some of them you drop to the right, but the majority of them you drop to the left. This is an alright first drop. Um, you pick up a lot of speed from it, but you don't really get a dropping sensation or any real whip. But it just slams you into that first vertical loop. And this is where the craziness starts. You're pulling tons of positive G's through this thing. My favorite part of the ride is the zero G roll, which comes next. This thing just whips you. Like when people talk about how much they love those old school B&M inverted coasters, these are perfect examples of why those are so good. They're intense and powerful. You're into a second vertical loop, even more powerful than the first one. Crazy positive G's, love it. And then you go up into an upward helix, and this helix is great. Um, if they're running fast, your legs will kind of start to go numb as you ascend from all the positive G's pressing down on you. And then your only real breather moment of the ride is the turnaround coming out of this helix. It's pretty high up, gives you a good view, and then you whip through a corkscrew. Like these are crazy. You just go through them in a blink of an eye. It's like you're right side up onto the track, then you're flipped upside down, and then you're back right side up on the bottom. It's fantastic. Go into a little snappy overbank, one more crazy corkscrew, and twist up into the brakes. So to answer the question of how Batman clones compare to newer and custom built B&M inverts, these are still some of the best inverts out there. I tend to prefer older B&M inverts over the newer ones. If you look at my favorite ones, Pyrenees at Park España is my favorite. I really love Montu at Busch Gardens Tampa and Katoon at Mirabilandia. And those are all older roller coasters. But after those three, I'd honestly say these Batman clones are not too far behind. They are everywhere, but there's a reason they're everywhere. I always enjoy riding them, and they're usually one of the best roller coasters in the park that they're at. So for my score for these, I think I'm going to give them an 8.5 out of 10. I really, really enjoy these. If you have one near you, I highly recommend riding it. If you go to a new park, I honestly recommend riding it, even if you have a Batman at your home park, as long as the line's not too long. They're fantastic roller coasters, and there's a reason you find them everywhere.